I don't know how to introduce this channel about SAPARi in 3 languages: English, Japanese, Chinese. Anyway, SAPARi to me is all about, I guess, a small game that I played in childhood. That's all it is. It runs on the Community Place software and uses the virtual reality modeling language. That's, I guess, the 3 key things: the software, the language, and the game. But when we come to the Community Place topic, there are so many worlds that were ran on the Community Place system made by Sony. Then there is obviously the virtual reality modeling language world. This language, created by people who thought that 3D was the way of the future, which it was not, is it's an old language, but then it became X3D, used a little bit for I don't know what. Then that evolved into something called what was it? WebGL? Oh, no. What was it again? Must be. Anyway, and the 3D stuff, then there was A-frame, and then we came to Mozilla Hubs, and I see that sort of connection. However, Mozilla Hubs is, although it's running in the browser, it uses so much of your processing power, and it's quite heavy, and the graphics aren't that good, so it's not really that useful. Also, how does it actually help us? I mean, seeing virtual characters is fun, but if you do it too much, it's just not, it doesn't really get people to feel like it's relevant, useful, helpful. It's like a distraction, really. And that is why we sort of persevere in trying to find out what it was that went wrong, or what it was that we loved so much about SAPARi or something in our childhood. Of course, adults used to play it too, but SAPARi is too simple in that sense. There were much more sophisticated games. Personal agent world. You could feed dogs, you could interact, there was communities built around it. SAPARi was more about offensive language. Name calling, obscene content, chatting freely on the net, supported by Sony. Once Sony withdrew the free accounts, made it part of the Sony network communications, people just stopped playing it. But before that, it was pre-installed in VAIO, and it was really good. Tens of thousands of people would play it. Then, you see, just last year, a group of overseas players, lovers of the rare stuff, the old stuff, the archiving, all sorts of stuff. Well, they saw the cat character, a sort of red, brownish cat of the SAPARi, which was the main character, and they sort of just liked it so much. They researched deeply, didn't find much. Perhaps read my materials on that stupid blog that I made in 2017, and then considered that contacting people, trolling the web archives, and doing that sort of stuff would uncover everything, and they did. And they uncovered so much that they soon overtook what I had done over a year, and kept on finding new stuff. In particular, there was one user who I suppose speaks Spanish. I should look into this more. He created a completely identical, even better than the original Community Place repository, and it amazed Dr. Matsuda Koichi. That is Koichi Matsuda, sorry. He said it was, amazing. You know, old stuff has its merits. In that sense, I mean, it's already 1995, 1997. This is like over 20 years anyway. With such a long time since release, and I suppose it shouldn't be a big ask to ask Sony to open source the Community Place system. I understand that some people thought that the other one, Cosmo Worlds or Cosmo something, Cosmo Browser, that one was meant to be open source, but they actually didn't, or they might have, but it wasn't. As a result, I suppose VRML just has no merit at all. But if Community Place was to be open sourced, there is something interesting. There could be a revival of this old language, VRML. There could be a renewed interest in how the software works, how networks work, how a 3D language can be parsed and reveal objects. Oh, I suppose it's nothing much, not in today's world, which really doesn't see any anything special in this old software. But it would be nice to have open sourced Community Place browser, bureau, and conductor, and application object server, world WLS. What was that standing for? Forgot. What else was there? There was plenty of Community Place software. It was a huge set. Of course, today you can still play SAPARi because 3 or 4 servers exist. They run 24/7 for free, and not many people play, you know, so really, well, what a shame. But it's still there. They really love SAPARi, and for that I am grateful, because it is just incredible that SAPARi could be loved again so much. People wanted it to revive for years, and now it has. What more could we ask for? But I ask for Community Place to be open sourced.